It's time for something different. I think we lost some vision. Trying to get it up and follow after this provision. I know you got better things. You take my hand and follow you. That's a better way. I know I can't get led astray, but you still see me. So I'm resting in the fact I know you'll never leave me. Gotta stay focused. Focus. When I feel broken, focus. What's up, y'all? Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing? We gonna get started in a few, okay? How you doing? How you doing? How y'all doing on this good old Wednesday? What y'all up to? I'm just trying to be still. No longer going back. We'll get started in a few. Moving all distractions, just your voice I wanna hear. Oh God, take control, I'll let you steer. Oh God. Is it Dante? Is that how you pronounce it? Welcome in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. We're gonna get started in a few. What's up? What's up? Give it a few, y'all. Just give it in a few, all right? Y'all tap the screen if y'all can hear me. I don't see y'all chatting back. I see Dante, one person commented. Y'all say what's up in the chat. Tap the screen. Let me know you hear me. Let me know you hear. What's up? What is up? Y'all tap the screen or something. We're about to get started in a few, y'all. Get started in a few. Oh man, how y'all doing tonight? How has y'all week been going? We in the middle of the week. It's February. We in February already. It feels like the year just started and we're already in February. That's crazy. And my birthday is on Saturday. My birthday is on Saturday. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. We just gonna go ahead and get started, okay? So for those of you who don't know, my name is Shelby. I am the Healing Empress, okay? And, you know, on this channel, y'all, I like to start off with this disclaimer, all right? I am here to be myself, all right? I might stumble over my words. I might stutter. I might lose my train of thought in the middle of me speaking. I might not know how to pronounce something. All right, baby. So if you are here to judge somebody, baby, this ain't jury duty. Get your ass out. It's not your channel. Okay? It's not your channel. And also, I speak about God a lot. All right? I cannot speak about my life. I cannot speak about this journey without speaking about God. But I be cussing. Okay? I be cussing. So if that's something that offends you, go ahead. You can go ahead and exit. Okay. All right. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, y'all, not going to lie, tonight, trigger warning. Okay. I just want to speak about generational curses and cycles. Okay. And before we even get into that, I do want to make a small announcement. All right. So my birthday is on Saturday, February 8th. All right. So this year for my birthday, as a gift to y'all, all right, I'm offering a special price for my ebook, Healing Through the Nursing Process, a blueprint for empowerment through spiritual. I'm sorry. Let me start over. Healing Through the Nursing Process, a blueprint for empowerment through self-healing and spirituality. Okay. That's my ebook. And right now it's on special for only $9.99. Okay. The regular price is $22.22. But as a gift for my birthday to y'all, okay, as a thank you, showing my appreciation, special price, only $9.99 until my birthday on February 8th. Okay. You can click the link in my bio and click on get the blueprint, baby. And it's literally a tool that I created to help guide you, you know, when you're ready to make that make that change, you're ready to stop repeating those same toxic cycles, but you don't know how and you don't know where to start, baby, get the blueprint. All right. It'll walk you right through it. Okay. But all right, you can't just read the book and it's not just a magic pill, magic fix, okay? You actually have to be committed to it, all right? You have to apply the method in your life. It's not just read it and be like, oh, I should be healed. No, you have to apply it to your life, okay? Forget the blueprint. What's up, Twan? What's up? What's up? Y'all welcome in. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so now back to the topic that I want to speak about tonight is generational curses and cycles, breaking them, how to break them, how to recognize them. And yeah, all right. So actually, the reason why I want to talk about it is because, you know, there has been some things that I experienced in my childhood, and it wasn't until an incident happened that kind of like triggered those memories for me again. And since then, it's like those memories keep coming back up. They keep coming back up for me, and I'm like, God, like why are you? Like, I don't even want to, you know, think about these things no more. I thought I was past it. Like, why do you keep on bringing it up in my mind? Like, bringing it up to the forefront of my mind. And, you know, it's something that I haven't really spoken about, like, probably until recently, like a few months ago. And we just never know, like, really how those things that happen to us in our childhood, how it affects us as adults. And I feel like so many times in families, there's things that keeps on going on for generation after generation after generation because it's not talked about. Because it's like, you know, what happens in this house stays in this house. Everything is private. Everything is hush, hush, hush. Like, don't tell nobody this, don't tell nobody that. But a lot of times, that's when the cycle continues because nobody's talking about it. It's a big secret. It's a big secret. And for example, sexual abuse. It's a big secret. All right. And when nobody talks about it, so you have other family members that is around this adult, leaving their children maybe around this adult that has been has been abusing your child, but you haven't spoken to anybody about it. You're not talking to anybody about it. You don't want your child to talk to anybody about it. And so this family member is abusing multiple other family members because nobody's talking about it. Everybody wants to keep it a secret. But how do we break generational curses and generational cycles? It requires for us to face it and talk about it, or it's just going to keep on happening. And then we just get these generations after generations after generations, more abuse, more pain, more hurt. Okay, so I wrote down some things, right? Because I was thinking like, well, how do you recognize a generational curse? And, you know, I'm just, you know, thinking in my mind, whatever. And it's like, if you realize that the same, like say all the women in your family, y'all keep on experiencing the same issues, or all the men in your family keep experiencing the same issues, and it's these same toxic patterns, these same maybe ways of thinking that are keeping the family stuck or keeping you guys stuck or stagnant or feeling stuck and stagnant. Because honestly, we are never stuck. We are not stuck. You are not stuck. We always have the option to change. And once you recognize that these patterns, that maybe that's the way your family been doing it all their life, and maybe everybody turned out fine, but maybe that cycle or that way of doing things, that thinking pattern, maybe that no longer serves, or maybe that doesn't serve you and is not aligned with where you desire to go for your life. it starts with you. You have to change the behavior. You have to be the change that you want to see. And recognizing recognizing those patterns and that mindset, and these generational cycles and curses, whatever you want to call it, they manifest in different ways, okay? And in the way that we think, the way that we view the world, maybe even with religion, with our faith, with the way that we raise our children, the way that we love people, okay? So it takes us recognizing those patterns, is something that you don't want to continue. And it starts with you. It starts with you. You have to be the change that you want to see. And then, when you have children, you instill those things into your children that maybe you never received from your parents or from your guardians, or just in general in your childhood that you would have wanted. Now you're pouring into your child. And I'm not talking about material things. I'm talking about things that cannot be bought. Okay. So you want to instill those things in your children that you wish that you had. So you want to stop those toxic cycles. All right. But a lot of times when we don't recognize that we're even in the cycle, in this way of thinking, we haven't recognized that, damn, like, my mama thought like this, my grandma thought like this, my great grandma thought like this, or my granddad thought like this, my dad thought like this. Sometimes it's not at the forefront of our mind. All right. And that's why it's so important to just take a moment to self-reflect. Reflect on how you are as a person. Do some introspection, and also reflect on the role that you have played in the hurt in your life, and things that you experience. Think about the role that you play, and think about the role that other people play as well. All right, because we can't just be pointing the finger at everybody else and forgetting to look at ourselves and see, like, what the hell is going on. Okay. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Let me see. I'm sorry, just looking through the comments real quick, because sometimes I be trying not to look at the comments at the same time while I'm talking, because I be losing my train of thought in the middle of talking. Hey, Love King, how you doing? How you doing? All right. So like I said, when I said how do you recognize, like, a generational curse, generational cycle? All right. And I said, multiple generations experiencing the same trauma, like maybe domestic abuse, sexual abuse, things like that, maybe even financial abuse. Okay. And then I also looked up on ChatGPT. I wanted to see, okay, y'all. I wanted to see what ChatGPT said about it. All right. ChatGPT really is the shit. It be, my bad. Hold on. Where is it? My bad, y'all. Oh, Lord, I done lost the tab. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Don't judge me, all right? Don't judge me. Let me pull it back up. Come on. This is where Q's elevator music. My bad, y'all. Q's elevator music. Okay. I don't know what happened to it. I literally had it pulled up right here, trying to prepare for y'all. But you know what, shit, sometimes shit like this happen, okay? Like, that's why I give the disclaimer in the beginning. I'm here to be myself. I'm really not, I know, there's a certain type of, I guess, professionalism or whatever you want to call it. But really, like, shit, this is my channel. So I'm going to do it how the hell I want to do it. And I appreciate y'all being here with me, okay? Doing it how the hell I want to do it. Okay. 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 All right. So, as I was saying, recognizing and breaking these generational curses, okay? Like I said, it requires, take a moment, do some self-reflection. All right. So ChatGPT says requires awareness, intentional healing, and often spiritual intervention. Okay. So one of the first things of recognizing generational curses, recurring patterns, is what we just talked about. All right. So, sometimes just seeing, if you've never seen a healthy relationship, if you've never seen a healthy relationship and you grew up maybe seeing the people in your household argue all the time, or you see them, just, they don't communicate. Nobody speaks about their feelings, or being shamed for showing emotion, like those are patterns that, if you don't see anything else or recognize it as something that you don't really want, most likely you're going to repeat that same cycle in your relationships, because it's like, okay, this is what I saw. This is normal to me. And you think it's normal until, something in you has to click and realize, well, damn, I actually, like, this is not normal. Like, this is not peaceful. This is not some shit that makes me happy, makes me feel fulfilled. Okay. Should be stressing you out, causing your head to fall out, gray hairs, and stressed out, head hurting, heart hurting, chest hurting. No. Okay. No. We ain't doing that. You got to break that shit up. All right. But sometimes it's hard to recognize that you are in that cycle when it's something that you're so used to seeing. Like, it has to literally be something that you desire to change from within, to actually commit to change it and do the work. You are the curse breaker, baby. Every time you release those things that no longer serve you, release those toxic patterns that may have been passed down by generations. Like for instance, even like toxic thinking patterns also get passed down. Like, oh, niggas ain't shit, women ain't shit. You can't trust these dudes, you can't trust these women, you can't trust these, certain color people or whatever. Those toxic patterns get passed down. Racism gets passed down until somebody decides, hey, this is not the way I want to do shit no more. You are the change, baby. You are the change. You are the curse breaker, the cycle ender. But you have to decide that. A person has to decide that. And look, once you recognize those patterns and recognize, hey, look, this doesn't align with where I'm trying to go. And even if one time it did resonate with you, it doesn't make you fake or phony, because now you decided that actually this is not what I want. Actually, I do want to change. That don't make you fake, phony, fraud. Baby, it's absolutely possible to change. And if you want better for yourself, you have to do better. And that requires action from you and change on your part. Okay? Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? All right. So we talked about recognizing the negative mindset, the negative patterns, negative behaviors. They have here also unresolved trauma, such as family histories of abandonment, rejection, or neglect, often indicate deep-rooted pain affecting generations. Sometimes, and I feel like sometimes I've seen where sometimes maybe the older generation is like, well, I went through that, I had to endure that, and I had to endure this, and I turned out just fine. Just because that's the way things have always been done doesn't mean that it's the right way to do it, or it doesn't mean that it's the way that is required to continue. Like, sometimes I feel like, sometimes we may go through things and later on find that there's an easier way to handle it, or a better way to handle it. And it's like somebody being like, well, I know you got an easier way, I know you got a better way to handle it, but this old way has worked all the time, so why don't you stick to the old way, even though it's the harder way, even though it's more struggle, it's more heartache, it's more pain. It's why why you want to do that to yourself? Why? Okay. And trust me, I'm not laughing at nobody because these are things that I've had to deal with and overcome. So by no means am I laughing at anybody, okay? I'll be making jokes about shit that I've gone through. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. I know that this can be, a sensitive subject. So, I don't want to come off insensitive. So I'm in no way trying to offend anybody or laugh at your situation or anything that you have endured, any past traumas or anything. Okay. I want to be crystal clear about that. All right. That is not what I'm about. All right. So when you see me laughing at serious things, it's because a lot of these things I've gone through and I've had to heal from. And sometimes I can just look back at it and now I can laugh. Maybe at the moment I wasn't, but now I can laugh, or now I can be comfortable talking about it or thinking about it because I have forgiven myself or forgiven the people or forgiven whatever situation, Okay. So just wanted to say that. All right. Okay. So again, y'all, we're speaking about recognizing generational curses. Oh, you know what? And here is that's crazy. The tab that I had been looking for earlier, it was literally right here. That's crazy because it wasn't. But okay. So recognizing the pattern, generational curses, maybe even repetitive struggles. Like maybe finances have always been an issue in, in your family, and sometimes that lack mindset, that poverty mindset, also gets passed down generation after generation. Those mindsets where it's like, I'ma always be broke. I always gotta work so hard for everything. Nothing in my life comes easy for me. We gotta stop speaking those type of things over our lives because our words are powerful and our words manifest our reality. They help manifest our reality. So if you're constantly saying, "Oh, I'm broke. Things never work out for me. I ain't never got no money. I can't do this. I ain't got this. I ain't got that. I ain't. If you ain't never got it, you ain't gonna never have it. If you always saying, I ain't never got it, you ain't gonna never have it. Because that's your mindset. That's your mindset. And trust me, I know when you feel like, damn, I don't got money to do this. I don't got money to do that. I want money to travel. I want money to go to this restaurant. I want money to do this, but I don't have this. And, or even just struggling, feeling like you don't even know how, you're going to make ends meet. Are you going to pay your bills and stuff like that? And I know that is hard, baby. Money is needed on this earth. I know that. That's the currency required to be a human on this earth. I know that. And I know it can be difficult, but you have to try to find something in your life to be grateful, to express gratitude about, so you are not so hyper focused on what you don't have. Okay. And again, I'm saying, I know that it's not easy. I know that it's not easy. And I'm in no way trying to say, oh, well, just think positive things and positive things will always happen. Like, no, baby, shit happen on this damn earth. And a lot of shit is hard out here. Okay. A lot of people are struggling out here. All right. And I completely understand. And I do not want to take, I'm not trying to take that away from you, the fact that things are hard. But when we are constantly thinking about and speaking about what we don't have and how broke we are and how much money we don't have, that is keeping you stuck in that mentality, stuck in that toxic mindset. If you always think you're going to be broke and think it's always going to be hard for you to get money it's always going to be hard for you to make money, it's going to continue to be hard. It's going to continue to be hard. That's what I was going to say. It's going to continue to be hard. And baby, trust me, I'm in a season right now where I'm like, Lord, you said you would not give me more than I can bear, baby. So when I find myself thinking about what I'm lacking, thinking about what I don't have, I started thinking about all the things I have in my life to be grateful for. And it's so much more than what I feel like I do not have. So much more to be grateful for. And even though this shit is hard as hell sometimes, some days it's hard as hell. And I'm like, Lord, you know what? Nah, bro. Take me off. Take me off the job. But not for real. Don't take me off the job for real. But take me off the job, baby, because this shit is hard. This shit is hard sometimes. All right. But stop speaking the negativity over your life. Stop speaking the negativity over your life and staying in those toxic mindsets. And even like I mentioned earlier, the toxic mindsets that get passed down, like, oh, men ain't shit, women ain't shit, you can't trust nobody. And these things, when we're taught that from young, we internalize those things, and it affects the way that we interact with people as we're growing up and as adults. Because a lot of times we keep that same mindset, and then you over here treating people crazy based on some toxic ass mentality that you just generalized to everybody, and now you don't trust nobody, and now you out here just creating your own karma, creating shit, and keeping the cycle, to the toxic cycle, just keeping the shit going, just keeping it going. All right. We don't need that, baby. We don't need that. All right. So next step, okay, in ending generational cycles and then generational curses, okay, is finding the root cause. All right, that goes back to how I was speaking about taking a moment to reflect on the role that you have played in events that have transpired in your life, and also reflect on the role others have played in your life and your journey, the way they affected you or whatever. Like, take a moment to think, like for example, if you just think like all men cheat, all men ain't shit, all something like that, and take the time to think like, okay, well, where did this mindset come from? Did this mindset come from something that you experienced, or has this come from something that has been told to you? Have you always just been told that all men cheat, you can't trust no men, or all women cheat, you can't trust women, or have these things been passed down to you? Are these your own thoughts? Are these your thoughts, or are these the thoughts that somebody else told you and you have internalized them as your own? Or do you truly believe that? Or have your experiences made you feel that way? Have your experience made you feel that way? And you have to be able to differentiate between the thoughts and the mindsets that are yours, and the thoughts and mindsets, patterns that have been taught to you, passed down to you. And do they serve you? Do they serve you? Will they help you get to the goal, reach your goal that you're after? Okay. All right. Also, childhood conditioning. So it says, were you raised in a household of fear, scarcity, or dysfunction? All right. And I've seen some posts recently about how some people are not raised off of love. They're pretty much raised off of survival. And that's also a way that we continue these generational cycles. All right. These generational curses. If we are, raising children with, instilling that lack mindset in them. And sometimes not even, I'm not saying that people do it purposefully. Yeah, purposely. I'm not saying people do it purposely or, with their children, but, sometimes when you've had that mindset for so long and then you pass it on to your children, not realizing that you are continuing the cycle unintentionally. And if you're instilling in your children to live in fear, and you're always focusing on all the things that you lack or that you don't have, and always focusing on, all the negative things, and not teaching them differently than what you experienced. It's continuing the cycle. Okay, so we get conditioned to believe things when we experience this stuff in childhood. We get conditioned to believe it, and it's not until, again, here comes the self-reflection again. Take the time, do some self-reflection. And that's when you start realizing where shit came from. Why do you act the way that you act? Why you think the way that you think? Why is your relationship with money the way that it is? Why is your relationship with other people the way that it is? A lot of times it be conditioning from childhood that we don't even realize until we stop and take a moment and think about it. Okay? And on my notes, when I was like writing things down, like I wrote some stuff down before I like asked Chat GPT, whatever, and I wrote down here religious trauma. And in the Black community, religion, has been a major factor for a very long time. My family, growing up, identified as Christian. So I've been around, majority of my life, I've been around people who identify as Christians. Okay. And, sometimes I believe that people use religion instead of, bringing people together. They use it more so as a weapon. They use it as a weapon to instill fear so that you live a certain lifestyle or so you do certain things. And I'm not saying that everybody is like this, okay? So don't try to remember that. I'm not saying that all Christians are like this or that all religious people are like this. I'm just talking about sometimes people have religious trauma because the religion has been used as a weapon or been used to intimidate people, into living their lifestyles a certain way or to instill fear. Like if you do this, you're going to hell. If you do this, God don't love you. First of all, baby, God love you regardless. God's going to love you regardless. Okay? But when you are conditioned to believe that if you do these certain things, or if you don't do certain things, that you're going to go to hell, or that God won't love you, or whatever it is behind it, baby, that conditions us to believe sometimes it conditions us to believe that those things are true. So, as you get older, maybe you start straying away from that religion and straying away from what you've been taught. And maybe you're straying away from that and your family members are looking at you crazy, or maybe they're accusing you of being the devil because you no longer want to abide by these, these I don't know what rules, these rules of this religion, or, because when you start seeking God on your own, and getting those answers for yourself, a lot of times you may see that actually what they were teaching you, maybe that has not been your experience. Maybe, or maybe you see that actually what they've been saying, they've been instilling fear, trying to intimidate you, trying to weaponize it or use it as, I don't know the word, but use it as a way to, like as a way, as a means, like as if they're superior. Yes, as if they're superior to you. You know, I've seen people use religion in that way. I've seen people weaponize it. I've heard people, you know, talk down on people, but then they're preaching about God and all things, or even just using it to condemn people. Like they're the ones that's gonna be sending them right to hell. Baby, calm your ass down. You need to take a goddamn seat yourself. You need to take a goddamn seat yourself. Okay? And was in your bloodlines. Okay, and they also have under spiritual examination unforgiveness, occult involvement, and trauma. Unforgiveness, occult involvement, and trauma. Are there unspoken covenants, practices, or strongholds in your bloodline? Okay, so that goes back to, you know, sometimes people practice, you know, certain religions. They pass it to their kids. They teach their kids what they've been taught, and it continues a cycle sometimes, depending on what they're teaching, because, you know, not all teachings promote love and unity. Not all. Okay, so when we don't, it creates, it continues the cycle. It continues the cycle. Okay. Oh, another thing that I wrote down here, as far as generational cycles and, you know, generational curses goes, but it also falls under the passing down, toxic mindsets. All right. And I wrote down here, like low self-esteem, passing down those cycles where there's a lack of self-love, a lack of self-worth, feeling isolated, feeling abandoned, having a poor body image. Okay, if you grow up seeing someone that you're looking up to, or just people around you, if you grow up and you're constantly seeing people talk negatively about themselves, it don't even have to be about you, but constantly talking negatively about themselves, and nobody teaches you how to love yourself, how to value yourself, how to, you know, demand respect, how to, you know, cultivate that self-love. If you don't learn that, you're gonna continue to repeat those same negative things that you've heard people say about themselves, and probably even projected onto you. You're gonna internalize that, and the cycle is gonna continue with the low self-esteem, with the low self-worth, with the, you know, the feeling unworthy. It's gonna continue until you decide. And baby, all of these things that I'm mentioning, they all tie back into how they affect you in your relationships, both platonic and romantic relationships. All this internal shit, it affects the way that we interact with the people that are external to us. All right. And that's why it's so important to recognize these patterns and to stop that shit. I mean, if you want to. I know every single person on this planet is not here to raise the vibration of the planet. Let's be honest. Every single person on this planet is not here to evolve. All right. Because honestly, if everybody right now was evolved and on a higher frequency and was woke, I mean, shit. That would be a whole new earth right now. And I feel like I've been seeing the shift. The shift is happening. A lot of people are beginning to wake up and really take themselves seriously and stop tolerating bullshit, stop repeating these same cycles and just living in misery and waiting until we die to get to this paradise. No, God said make it, baby, we make the heaven on earth. We gonna make the heaven on earth, baby. All right, but it takes the change starts with us. It starts with you, and you have the ability to break any generational cycle, any generational curse. You have that ability because once you decide that you want to make a change and that you no longer want to subscribe to those toxic ass ways, you breaking the generational curse. You breaking the generational cycle. Okay, so all right, and this is for people. If you guys do believe in God, you don't have to be religious. You don't have to be religious, okay? Because I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. All right. And but this is a prayer that you can say if if you feel like you are ready to break those generational curses. You're tired of repeating those same cycles that you've seen your parents go through, you've seen your grandparents go through, you've seen your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, you've seen the people go through it, you've seen your friends go through that shit. And if you're ready to break the cycle and break these, baby, free yourself from these shackles. All right, these invisible shackles. All right, these spiritual shackles. You want to be free, baby. Okay, here's an example prayer. Lord, I break and renounce every generational curse and cycle that has hindered my family. I declare freedom over my life and future generations. Replace these patterns with your truth and purpose. All right, I'm going to repeat that one more time. Okay. Lord, I break and renounce every generational curse and cycle that has hindered my family. I declare freedom over my life and future generations. Replace these patterns with your truth and purpose. Amen. Okay? Amen, baby. Breaking free from these chains, from these generational curses, baby. We ain't got time for that shit. Okay? We ain't got time for that shit. All right? We trying to create a new reality. We are the creators of our own reality. Whatever the hell you say you want, you can have. Whatever you want, you can have. If you stay committed to yourself, stay committed to yourself. Whatever, baby, whatever you speak out of your mouth, it's already yours. But you still have to do the work. You still have to end the cycles. You can't just continue to keep doing the same thing, staying in the same toxic patterns, expecting change, expecting better, but you're keeping yourself stuck. Keeping yourself stuck. We're never stuck. We're never stuck. The choice is always our choice. And we always have the choice to change. So the only way to end generational curses and cycles is to be the change that you want to see. And just because you changed, it doesn't mean that other people in your family, in your circle, are going to follow suit. It doesn't mean that they're going to change, but you can't, you're not responsible for them changing. You're only responsible for yourself. So if you are continuing the cycle, then you will continue to be a part of the problem. So if you want the change, you have to be the change and lead by example. Because a lot of people, they just be talking shit about, oh, I'm so sick of going through this. I'm so sick of going through that. But why do you continue to go through it? Or what are you doing to change? What are you doing to change that? You just going to keep complaining about that shit? Because we tired of hearing about it. You just going to keep complaining and not changing. No action. All talk, no action. What's up, Jesus? Yashua, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you guys for the likes, okay? Thank y'all for the likes. I'm just talking about, recognizing generational curses and cycles and ending them. Deciding to end the generational cycles and curses. Break yourself free from them damn chains, baby. From them damn shackles, okay? All right. So we're talking about breaking the cycle. All right. So shifting your mindset. Shifting your mindset. So I mentioned earlier about how toxic mindsets can be passed down, and like low self-esteem and things like that can be passed down. All right, and pretty much that's how low self-esteem and feelings of unworthiness happened with me. Okay, so I didn't grow up knowing how to love myself and knowing how to pour into myself. All right, I didn't grow up knowing how to do those things. I grew up with very poor self-esteem, very poor body image, no fucking confidence. Okay, I was child, child. Okay, but once I decided to reprogram my mind, once I decided that I no longer wanted to allow those things to hold me captive and keep me in this false prison, once I decided that I did not want to live my life in that way anymore, that is when things began to shift for me, because I had to shift my mindset, reprogram my mindset. And what did that require? Self-reflection, a lot of introspection. Okay. A lot of thinking back on childhood shit that happened, thinking about shit that maybe I really did not want to think about, didn't care to think about again. But God is like, baby, you have to address this. Because like I told y'all before, the only way to the light is through the darkness, baby. And I know a lot of times we don't want to face that shit that happened to us in our childhood, because let's face it, a lot of us have had traumatic childhoods, that no one deserves. But we are responsible for how we show up now. We are responsible for how we show up now. We are the creators of our own reality. And the only way to change that, to shift that, is to be the change that you desire to see. Okay? Thank you, Jesus. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys so much for being here with me tonight. Okay? I appreciate y'all. Okay? And shift your mindset. Like I was saying, that lack mindset, that lack mentality, that poverty mindset, baby, stop speaking that shit over your life. Stop speaking that shit over your life. I'm so broke. I ain't never got no money. I can't do this. I can't do that. But what do you have? You got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet, food on the table, okay, or some form of shelter. And even if you are going through a hard time right now, this is not to, discredit your experience, or discredit or dismiss anything that you're going through, or what you're feeling. I'm not saying that at all, because I know shit is hard. But try to find something to express gratitude, to thank God for, because I know that there's at least one thing, especially if you can see this video, especially if you can hear somebody speaking, especially if you can see somebody walking. That's your sight, that's your hearing. We always have something to be grateful for. And if we constantly focus on what we're lacking, you cannot manifest what you really want, because you cannot manifest from a place of lack. So I'm not saying don't be frustrated and upset about your situation. You have every right to be frustrated and upset. But also try to find something to be grateful for and express gratitude for that. Okay? Because baby, that lack mindset will keep you in lack, will keep you stuck in the same lack cycle, the same impoverished. I'm probably said that word wrong, but the same impoverished cycle. I'm gonna say it again, even though I don't know if I'm saying it right. But it will keep you in that same cycle, baby. Change the way that you speak over your life. Your words are so powerful, and your mind is so powerful. Baby, just speak it, even if you don't believe it yet. Start speaking it. Start speaking it until your mind starts believing that shit, baby. Fake it until you make it. Okay? Fake it until you make it. All right? You have to rewire your brain. Speak that shit into existence. I don't even fucking care if you sound delusional. Okay? Speak that shit into existence. All right? Get yourself out of those toxic mindsets. All right? Okay. All right? So, next step, breaking the cycle. All right, we've been really talking about this, heal and doing the inner work, which is, maybe therapy or coaching, because some some people may require or may need or may prefer, going to see a therapist. Seek a therapist. If you feel like you need to see a therapist, baby, don't be ashamed. It's nothing to be ashamed about, because in the Black community, a lot of times they kind of shame you for seeing a shrink or a therapist. I ain't telling no stranger my business. They don't need. Don't be ashamed, baby. Don't be ashamed, baby. Okay, because the same people who are shaming you for trying to get help, trying to make a change, are the same people who are stuck, and they've been stuck in that same damn shit for years, and they ain't trying to change. Okay? Do not be ashamed to seek help. And, there's people that have had very traumatic experiences and need a professional. Okay? I am not a professional. I just speak to y'all about my own personal experiences, things that God has helped me overcome. And I just speak about that. All right. And the things that I've learned about God, the wisdom and the knowledge that he's instilled in me from going on through this journey, the things that he's been showing me, I'm just telling y'all. Okay. I'm not a professional. So anything I ever say to you is not to be, it's not professional. Okay. It's meant to be, it's meant to be motivational, inspirational, and advice that you take at your own risk. Okay. You use your discernment, use your intuition. All right. I am in no way trying to portray myself as a professional therapist. Okay. Because I'm not. All right. I'm not. Thank you so much, Jesus. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro. Okay. All right. Another way, breaking these generational cycles, you have to forgive yourself, and you have to forgive the person, the people that inflicted the pain, caused the trauma. you have to forgive them as well. And forgiveness is not easy. But if you believe in God, the universe, source, the divine, spirit, whatever you want to call it, if you believe in a higher power, ask that higher power to guide you in releasing those feelings of resentment so that you can forgive that person, because that person or those people, because when you hold that resentment in your heart, baby, you're doing nothing but harming yourself. When you hold that resentment in your heart, you're hurting yourself. The other person probably going on about their business, not even thinking about that shit no more. And you're holding that resentment in your heart, and it's affecting you. It's affecting you in your actions, your thoughts, your behaviors. All right? Baby, let that shit go. The forgiveness is for you. It may sound selfish, but forgiveness is for you. Okay? So ask the higher power to help you forgive that person so you can release resentment. Okay? And forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. All right? It's required. It's needed. It's needed in order to end these cycles. All right? End these generational cycles and these generational curses. Okay? Forgiveness. And I think sometimes maybe that can be hard because some things that we go through, like I was saying earlier, family wants to keep it on the hush. Nobody wants to talk about it. And I'm not saying you have to speak about it on a public platform like this, but they don't want to speak about it amongst each other. Everybody, it's a secret. Nobody knows shit. And the shit just keeps happening. The shit just keeps happening for generation after generation after generation because everybody want to keep that shit on the hush. Nobody want to talk about it. And the abuse continues. The abuse continues. Okay? But ask that resentment to be released from your heart. Ask for that forgiveness of that person. And just because you forgive them, baby, that don't mean y'all gotta be all kumbaya and besties and all lovey dovey. You can forgive somebody and never talk to them again. Forgive them in your heart. That's freeing up your heart, opening up your heart to receive more love, to receive more abundance. All right. To receive the things that your heart truly desires. You got to make space, baby. All right. When you forgive, you make space for the new shit. You make space for the good shit. Okay. Make space for the good shit. Or you don't want good shit in your life. What? You don't want good shit or not? Make space for the good shit in your life, baby. All right? Forgive them people. Forgive them people. And I know it's not easy. I know I'm making a little light of it, but I know it's not easy to forgive people that have wronged you or have hurt you or feel that they have traumatized you. It's not easy. But if you can find it in your heart to forgive, baby, that is a major step in ending toxic cycles, ending generational cycles, generational curses, breaking yourself free. Forgiveness is a key factor in that shit. Okay? Because I'm telling you, when somebody did you wrong and hurt you and you're constantly holding on to that resentment, baby, that shit is so heavy. And I know because I've been there before. And it literally was not until I asked God to please help me forgive this person. Please help me forgive this person. And once I truly forgave that person, baby, when I tell you, it felt like a weight had been lifted. My spirit felt so light just to forgive that person. Because holding on to that anger, holding on to that resentment, this person probably going on about their goddamn life. Ain't even think about your ass no more. Ain't even think about how they wronged you. But you're still harboring on it and holding that shit in. Nah, baby, make space. Clear that shit out. Make space for the new. Okay. Make space. All right. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new. All right. So forgiveness. And then the next is reparent yourself. All right. So learn the things that you were never taught, the self-love, emotional regulation, and boundary setting. Okay. A lot of times I didn't really grow up in a family where we talked about, where we really, really delved deep into our emotions and really learned how to communicate maybe when something was bothering us, or just that emotional regulation. All right. And that was something that I had to learn. I had to teach myself. And it's not to say, oh, that my parents didn't do a good job. I'm not saying that at all, and no, by any means. I'm not saying that. But sometimes, our parents or our guardians cannot teach us things that they don't know themselves. If they haven't learned themselves, or if they haven't come to that realization themselves, they're just doing what they've always done and what they were taught. And then they're teaching us. It's not necessarily that they're doing a bad job. They're just doing what they've been taught. And maybe for them, you know, it never clicked like, damn, I actually don't want to repeat these things. And sometimes it takes for you to have a child that points these things out, like, hey mom, you did this. Hey dad, you did this. Like, or hey mom, like I'm working more on, communicating better and expressing myself better. Hey dad, I'm working on, trying to express my emotions better, so things like that. And I feel like, a lot of times in this society, men get taught to, don't cry, get taught to hide your emotions, or are afraid to be vulnerable because other people have used their vulnerability against them. Like that shit is, it's crazy. So sometimes we have to reparent ourselves, and that doesn't mean that our parents just did a horrible job. It just means that, hey, look, look, dad, these are things that I recognized in my childhood. Or maybe you don't even have to have a conversation like that. But this is just me talking out loud, just thinking right now. Okay. But yeah, maybe, it's like, well, I recognize that I didn't learn this with my parents. And you know what? When I have children, or just with my life in general, I want to communicate differently. I want to love differently. I want to adapt a different mindset. All right. We are the generational curse breakers, cycle enders. Everybody can be. It's once you decide to make a change, be the change that you want to see. Be the change that you want to see. We as a people hide how we feel. Exactly. And then a lot of times, we hide how we feel, and then we're treating. Say you mad at somebody, right? But you don't tell them. But then you don't tell them for whatever reason, and now you over here acting with an attitude. This person have no idea that you mad. You over here acting, you got an attitude, giving them short answers, easily agitated with them, and they don't even know why. But you holding all this resentment in because you don't know how to express yourself. And I've been there before. I've been there where I did not used to know how to express myself, especially to the people that I loved and cared about. I didn't know how to express, because I was a people pleaser. Always worried about, if I say this, they not gonna like me no more, or they gonna be mad at me or some shit. And now I realize that shit don't really matter. And I'm not saying like, cause some people be like, oh, well, I'm just being real. I'm just telling the truth. Okay, there's still a way to show compassion. And sometimes when you tell the truth, that doesn't mean that you have to be mean and nasty about it. You can still tell the truth respectfully. I mean, some people might need the truth to be told to them disrespectfully. Excuse me. But I ain't here to judge nobody, for no reason at all. Yeah, for no reason. Sometimes, well, it be a reason sometimes. Because I won't say, you know, because feelings are always valid. Feelings are always valid, but they're not always accurate. Okay, so maybe you mad at me for doing something, and maybe you mad at me for doing something when my action, that those weren't my intentions behind the action, but you got upset about it. Or maybe I said something and you took it out of context or took it the wrong way. If I acknowledge that and I apologize, like genuinely, like, okay, that was not my intention. Just because you still feel mad does not mean that now your madness is accurate. It's just that your feelings are still valid because you have the right to feel how you feel. But if I told you, well, actually, those weren't my intentions, you took it the wrong way, or I apologize that it came off that way because those were not my intentions. But if you still feel upset and you still treating me bad, baby, now that's your choice. And now you're treating your feeling as if it's a fact, when really it's valid. And yeah, hold on, y'all. It's giving me the, oh shoot, it's been an hour. I need to be getting up out of here. It's been about an hour. Okay, we're gonna be wrapping this up, y'all. Wrapping this up. Okay. So we spoke about healing and doing the inner work, okay, and then taking different actions. All right. Just breaking yourself free from those mindsets and those behaviors that are no longer serving you. All right. No longer serving you, things that you don't want carried on to the next generation. Stop it with yourself. Stop it with you. And you, again, you can't control what your other family members are going to do, but you are in control of your actions. So if you want shit to stop happening, stop doing it. That's simple. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. End the cycle. The cycle ends with you. So when you have your own family, or when you know you continue throughout your life with your friends, the cycle ends with you. Okay? Be the change. All right? Be the change. Last step 4, declare and walk in freedom. Live differently. Every time you make a better choice, you break the cycle. Literally. Every time that you make a choice that is leading you to greater things, is keeping you aligned with that higher frequency, keeping you aligned with your higher self, baby, you breaking the cycle. Every time. Every time you choose yourself, every time you choose your happiness, every time you choose your internal peace, every time you choose you, you are breaking the cycle. Every time you choose to allow to release the things that no longer serve you, that are not aligned with you, that are keeping you stuck, keeping you stagnant, keeping you in that toxic mindset, that toxic cycle, every time you decide to release that, you are breaking the cycle. You are breaking the cycle. Because you are a cycle breaker. You are the creator of your own reality. Okay? All right? Surround yourself with growth-minded people. All right? Because when you're trying to elevate and you're trying to stay at a higher frequency, you cannot continue to constantly surround yourself around people who do not have any desire to change. The people who are comfortable being stuck and stagnant, comfortable with the toxicity. If you're trying to break free from toxic cycles and you're around people who are comfortable with those toxic cycles and have no desire to change, that shit ain't gonna work. It's gonna be like oil and water. That shit don't mix. And eventually their energy is going to start to affect you if you continue to surround yourself with people who do not want to grow. If you are trying to grow, if you are trying to better yourself. And no, this doesn't mean that, oh, now you're better than them. I'm not saying that at all. It don't make you better. I was raised to believe I'm not better than nobody, and nobody is better than me. Okay? And I still believe that. I'm not better than nobody, and nobody is better than me. We all have our own choices that we decide to make. And I feel like we are all on our own path. So there's no need to compete. There's no need to compare. There's no comparison. There's no competing because I'm in my own lane. You are in your own lane. That's how I see it. Okay? That's how I see it. All right? And pray and stay spiritually grounded. Okay? Keep inviting God into your journey for lasting transformation. And I tell y'all, that's why I say I can't talk about my life and this journey without speaking about God, because he has played a huge role in this. He has played such a huge role in my life on this journey, this transformation, okay, to truly help me heal from the inside out and build a solid foundation, to actually feel secure within my own body. Y'all, do you know majority of my life, I have not felt secure in my own body? Majority of my life. I'm going to be 36 on Saturday. I'm going to be 36. And majority of my life, I have not felt safe and secure in my own body. It wasn't until through this journey when I start addressing those internal wounds, addressing the things that happened to me in my childhood, addressing interactions with people, thinking, processing the way people have mistreated me, mishandled me, overlooked me, process the way that I've allowed people to treat me, having to forgive myself for allowing certain things. And even for doing certain things, forgiving other people, but constantly staying committed to my path, committed to myself, always staying committed to myself. And since I have stayed committed to myself, maybe this is the richest I've ever been, the richest I've ever felt, because I decided to bet on myself, to invest in myself. And that's the best investment I've ever fucking made. The best investment. The best investment. And that's why, and that's why I feel like I can just talk about this healing shit all night long. Like this, I love talking about this shit, okay? I can talk about this shit all night long, even though I know it's been more than an hour. I'm gonna let y'all go in a minute, okay? But yes, all right. Final thoughts. All right. Breaking generational cycles is both a spiritual and practical journey. You are not bound by what your ancestors did or didn't do. You have the power to create a new legacy, one of healing, wholeness, and freedom. All right. So, baby, break yourself free from them damn shackles, from the false prison. All right. You are not stuck. You are not stagnant. This is not where shit ends. This is not how your life has to be. All right. You are the master creator of your own reality, co-creating with God, the universe, spirit, source, the divine, higher power, whatever you want to call it. Baby, lock in with them, lock in with your spirit team, lock in with God, baby, and you're going to manifest your reality, create your own reality, whatever you want. Whatever your heart desires, baby, it's already yours. But you got to believe it, and you got to be committed and stay committed to yourself. Stay committed to yourself and stay committed to the mission. Stay committed to God, baby. All right. Break yourself free from these generational cycles and curses. All right. And yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what's been on my mind, y'all. All right. So My birthday, guys. My birthday is on Saturday, February 8th. I'm going to be 36 years old. Okay, I'm going to be 36. I can't believe it, but I can believe it. I don't feel 36. I didn't think that my 30s would feel like this or look like this, but honestly, y'all, my 30s have been some of the best years of my life. Like, so eye-opening and transformative. Like, yo, I've been enjoying my 30s. I can't lie. So I'm going to be 36 February 8th. All right. So right now for my birthday this year, guys, I'm doing a special for my ebook. All right. If you want help to break those generational cycles, break those generational curses, or just break free from toxic cycles, period, and you are ready to make a change, like I'm for real, for real. I'm like, you ready to stop sleeping on yourself, ready to take yourself seriously, baby. My ebook right now, Healing Through the Nursing Process, a blueprint for empowerment through self-healing and spirituality, is only $9.99 right now until my birthday, February 8th, okay? And then it's going to go back up to the regular price, $22.22, okay? You can get the copy, get the blueprint, get the blueprint. Click the link in my bio to get the blueprint, all right, for $9.99. Y'all only got about 3 more days, all right? Okay, 3 more days. I don't know if I'm gonna change the price at the beginning of the day of my birthday or at the end. I don't know, but I think you should get the blueprint now, okay? Because that's an amazing deal. Okay, this is a tool that I created combining my passion with nursing, my passion for self-healing, and my passion for my spirituality, for God. I combined my 3 passions, y'all, and I created this tool for you. And this method is a method that has helped me heal from the inside out. The nursing process, it has helped me heal from the inside out before I even realized that that was the process that I was using. This method that I've been using in my nursing career for forever. Okay. And now I'm applying it to a different aspect of healing. Instead of healing in the hospital, we're talking about healing emotional wounds, healing internally. All right. So you can become unbreakable, unshakable, unfuckwittable. You feel me? All right. So you can heal from the inside out, baby. It's not a game. All right. It's not a joke. You got to take yourself seriously. And if you follow my tool, if you follow this guide, baby, if you use the workbook and stay committed to yourself, for real. No plan. None of that bullshit. Like, yeah, I'm going to change. Yeah, I'm going to change. I'm ready to change. Nah, none of that bullshit. I'm talking about for real, committed to yourself, ready to end these cycles, ready to stop dating these same people in a different body, same soul in a different body, ready to stop repeating that same toxic shit. Get the ebook, baby. It's the perfect tool. Healing Through the Nursing Process, a blueprint for empowerment through self-healing and spirituality. All right. So that's my birthday gift to y'all, because you know I'm so generous and shit. All right. So I'm giving y'all a special for my birthday. You can get it for $9.99. All right. Until February 8th. And the link is in my bio, baby. Also, follow me on YouTube. Healing Empress 89. Follow me on Facebook, The Healing Empress. On Instagram, Healing Empress 89. Okay. And, you know, I also offer one-on-one, what I call wound care sessions, which those are my personalized coaching sessions. Okay. Wound care one-on-one. We also have heart-to-heart session, heart to heart. Okay. Basically, if you need advice or you need help trying to just break free from these toxic cycles, all right, or just getting over a heartbreak, these are, matters of the heart, baby. Personalized advice sessions. Okay. They are confidential. All right, baby. I know how to keep a secret, and I don't tell people business. All right. You can ask my friends. I don't tell people business like that. All right. So whatever we discuss is confidential. All right. Confidential is private, judge free zone. All right. I don't play that shit. I ain't here to judge nobody, and I don't expect y'all to judge me. Well, I mean, people judge regardless, but we ain't here for that. Okay. We ain't here for that. So it's a completely non-judgmental zone. All right. And it is open to everybody. My services are available to everyone, okay? Whether you're religious or not, or man, woman, trans, LGBTQ plus community, baby, my services are for everybody. I don't discriminate, all right? And I ain't here to judge you, okay? But yeah, before you book a session with me, just book the introductory call, all right? And you know, see if we vibe. Check the what I call a pulse check, okay? So the sailors, what the hell? The services are tailored around, you know, my nursing background. All right. So now instead of healing in the hospital, I'm healing in a different way. Okay. Healing in a different way, healing my way. All right. So now I'm here to help guide you. All right. To help guide you. All right. So if you book a pulse check, all right, it's really like a little vibe check. See if we align. See if you, I mean, see if we're a vibe. See if you like my vibe. See if we're a match. Okay. Because I want you to be comfortable. I want it to feel like you're speaking to a friend, not like, you know, stuffy, corporate, very professional. No, baby, we here to chop it up. We here to chop it up. Cause this healing shit, baby, we ain't got time to be all stucky and proper and all that shit. Baby, this shit is crazy and chaotic sometimes. So I'm just here to be that unbiased ear for you. Okay. So y'all click the link in my bio, check out my services, follow me on socials. All right, y'all, get the blueprint. If you ready to really make a change, baby, get the blueprint. Okay. Don't sleep on yourself. You've been sleeping on yourself for too long, baby. Okay. So, whew, this was a longer live tonight, but y'all, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much, Big Will. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. Okay. I appreciate y'all support. I appreciate the love y'all be showing. Okay. I love it here. I love it here. Okay. And I love y'all. All right. Catch me next week right here, 7:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, TikTok Live. All right. I'll be here, y'all. I'm here. All right. And also feel free to, if you have questions, or if you have some topics that you specifically want me to cover, or even if you just need some advice, baby, feel free to email me, healingempress89@gmail.com. Okay. I would love to hear from y'all. All right. I don't bite. I ain't no mean person. All right. But come correct. Okay. Be respectful. All right. But yes, that is all, y'all. I feel like I was very, very chatty and long-winded tonight. Okay. But I enjoy being here, and I thank you guys. So hope to see y'all next week. All right. Good night.